I miss driving my car. This is so much fun. Talk to me, baby.
In a quarter mile, take the exit toward North Virginia, Washington, Interstate 495 South.
I really miss driving, although I would never really want to drive in China because the traffic is just insane. I thought it would be nice to have a license, to have a car in China, and then I could drive when I have holidays and things. But the problem is, because I teach kids, when I have a holiday, everybody has a holiday. You know, that's the way it is when you're a teacher. And so I decided I didn't want to drive in China, and my boss keeps offering me, and he's like, oh yeah, you know, I've got extra cars. You want to get your driver's license? Then, you know, I'll help you get your driver's license. You can borrow a car whenever you want to. But driving to work would suck because the traffic is so bad. And driving on holiday wouldn't be very good either. So I'm just kind of over it. This is a 2005 Dodge Magnum RT. So it has the 5.7 liter V8 engine. It's a Hemi. And this one is an all-wheel drive model. I love this car phenomenally. It's just perfect for me. It is the perfect car for me. Now, I would love to have a Corvette. That's my favorite car. If I had to choose between this and a Corvette, I would most of the time choose the Corvette. When I wouldn't choose the Corvette, well, that's simple. This car, you can take your whole crew. You can take your family, your friends, whoever. I mean, I've got room for 5, and it's comfortable room for 5. It's not just, you know, 5 people squished in place. Everybody's comfortable. Back seat has good leg room, and the front seats are heated. They're power adjustable. It's great. Leather, nice. Even with 5 people in this car, there's enough room in the back for everything we need. You know, you carry your coolers, you carry your luggage, whatever you need to put back there. And before, I mean, I've put bicycles back there, of course. When I go riding, just fold the seats down, throw the whole bike in. Don't even have to worry about taking it apart. That's great. When I had to ship bicycles for my bicycle company, just put the boxes back there. I could fit enough boxes to fit at least 4 bicycles back here boxed up. So, very convenient, very practical car. And that V8 engine, you know, this car produces around 350 horsepower. That's not Corvette numbers. That's not even like Dodge Charger, Challenger kind of numbers, right? Still, in terms of practicality, this is a great car. I just really like having a station wagon, and it's fun to drive. This car handles really well, and when you jump on the gas, it will, you know, give you a good boost. It gets up to speed really quick, especially for a car this size. This car is huge. My grandmother has the Prius V, and some of you will know that's the big Prius. At least it was when she bought it. I don't know if there's a bigger Prius these days. Hers is a 2011. This car is much bigger than my grandmother's car. Much bigger. And it's much more comfortable to be in. And I think that's important. I love road trips. This car was made for road trips. So that's probably why I like this car so much. You know, you get in this car, you bring the whole family, you bring all the stuff you need, you bring your picnic stuff, you bring your camping stuff, you bring your fishing stuff, you bring whatever, throw it in the car, you put a roof rack on it if you had to. Perfect car to go on a road trip. Love it. This road is beautiful. Love the smell of the fresh grass out here rolling in the countryside. There's nothing like this, man. And there's nothing like this in China, that's for sure. At least nowhere where I've lived. And I mean, this road is just outside the city, just outside Washington, D.C. So nice. Up the roof. Hey, look at that beautiful blue sky. Hello, Sky. You know what I really like about this car, I was just thinking about this, is that the power delivery is very smooth. It's not one of those cars where it's going to scare you, you jump on the gas and it's just going to roar like a beast and tear out from underneath you. This car is pretty docile, it's pretty smooth, it's got power, you jump on it, it pushes you back in the seat a little, and it gets up to speed how you want it to. I mean, passing somebody is never a problem. It's got one of those auto sticks, you know, if you don't feel like the transmission shifts fast enough. I've played with that a little. I just like putting the car in drive and driving it. Like I say, this is a family car, and that's what it's really about, is being a great family car. That's a little fun too.
Use the right lane to keep left at the fork.
Use the right lane to keep left at the fork. What?
Keep right at the fork.
Keep right at the fork. We out accelerated the grip of the phone mount. That's pretty damn funny. Speed limit is 55. We are going too fast. So I said this was the perfect car for me, and mostly that's true. There are, of course, things I don't like about this car. It's an older car. There's no Bluetooth. In fact, it's such an old car, it still has a cassette deck. Doesn't have an auxiliary port. When I was using this car before, I got one of those old cassette tape adapters to connect to your phone, you know, and that's what I had to do. It works. It's not great. It's not beautiful, but it works. Where the cruise control is located, I don't really care for. It's in the, I'd say it's in the 930 position on the left side. So it's, I mean, your hand's right there. It's easy to operate. You get used to it. It's just, I've never driven any other car with the cruise control mounted in that particular position. So as I said, you know, it's an 11-year-old car, so it doesn't have a lot of the modern things that make life easier, make life better. This one did not have navigation. I had a choice between this car with no navigation and another model with navigation. But when I bought this car, it only had 5,000 miles, and the other car I think had probably 40 or 60,000 miles, and to me there was no competition. The prices were very similar. I couldn't believe that big a mileage difference made so little difference in the actual cost of the car. So I went with this car. You know, I fell in love with this car sight unseen. I was ready to buy it. I actually was looking for a Dodge Magnum, so I had been looking at all the different options and which was available, and this one came up on the website, only 5,000 miles. So I called the dealer that I was working with, and I say, hey, I see on your website you've got this car, it says it only has 5,000 miles, can you verify that? And my salesperson verifies it, calls me back. She says, yes, it only has 5,000 miles. And I said, well, how much is it to get that car delivered? Because it was in Florida. I said, how much is it to get that car delivered from Florida to the Bay Area? I said, that's $1,000. So I spent $1,000 just to get the car shipped, sight unseen. Now, they told me you don't have to buy the car when you get it shipped. Well, I already spent $1,000. I think I kind of had to buy the car at that point. Really love this car. It's a dream to just cruise in. I drove it cross country before I left, and I had a wonderful time. You know, I just set the cruise control and just let it go. It's good for getting around traffic because you can jump on it when you need to. It's just a really comfortable car. So for me, the things I don't like about the car are very minor. Very minor. There's a way around them. Well, the cruise control, there's not a way around it. You just get used to it. So you grow and you adapt. I just want to say thanks for watching, and remember, you are awesome. See ya.